Wisdom from the Word. Healing 10 lepers. Luke chapter 17, verses 11 through 19. January the 19th, 2025. Welcome, viewers and subscribers, to my channel, The Backstory and More. In this video, I will share 3 responses to each question. Please put your responses to the questions in the comments as well. What does the wording of the plea by the 10 lepers tell us about their understanding of who Jesus was? And why did they cry out for mercy? Luke chapter 17, verses 11 through 19 recounts the story of Jesus healing 10 lepers as they cried out to him for mercy. They pleaded, "Jesus, Master, have mercy on us." And this reveals much about their understanding of Jesus' identity and their reasons for seeking his intervention. Question number 1. What does the wording of the plea tell us about their understanding of who Jesus was? My first response to that question is that they recognize Jesus' authority. By calling Jesus Master, the lepers acknowledged his unique power and authority. This term, used by Jesus' disciples elsewhere in the Gospels, indicates that the lepers viewed him as someone with control over situations that others could not influence. Their choice of words suggests they believed Jesus had the divine ability to heal and restore. My second response is that they believed in Jesus' compassion. The plea for mercy demonstrates the lepers' faith in Jesus' character as merciful and compassionate. Rather than asking for healing outright, they appeal to his willingness to show kindness to those in need. This reflects their understanding of him as someone who cared deeply for the marginalized and suffering. My third response to the question is they identify Jesus as a savior figure. By addressing Jesus directly and seeking his help, the lepers implicitly recognized him as a savior figure, capable of changing their dire circumstances. Their plea reflects more than a superficial understanding. They trust that Jesus had both the desire and the power to transform their lives. This indicates a faith grounded in what they had heard or witnessed about his ministry. Let us move now to the next question. Question number 2. Why did they cry out for mercy? My first response to that question is they cried out for mercy because of their physical and social desperation. Leprosy was a debilitating disease that led to social isolation and exclusion from community life. The lepers cried out for mercy because their condition left them in a state of utter helplessness. They longed not only for physical healing, but also for restoration to their families, communities, and religious practices. My second reason why they cried out for mercy was because their hope in Jesus was their only solution. The lepers' cry for mercy reveals their faith that Jesus was their only hope for healing. Despite their distance, both physical and social, they believed Jesus had the ability to hear and respond. Their appeal reflects a desperate yet confident reliance on his unique power to intervene in their lives. The third reason why the lepers cried out was to show their collective recognition of their need. The lepers' unified cry underscores their shared recognition of their condition and their need for divine intervention. They understood that no human means could save them, and together they turned to Jesus as their source of mercy and restoration. Their collective plea symbolizes humanity's universal need for salvation and points to Jesus as the one who meets that need. In summary, the plea of the 10 lepers in Luke chapter 17, verses 11 through 19, reveals their understanding of Jesus as an authoritative, compassionate Savior and their desperate need for His mercy. They cried out because of their physical suffering, their faith in His power, and their recognition that only He could restore them. This passage challenges us to approach Jesus with humility and faith, trusting in His mercy to address our deepest needs. Thank you so very much for listening. Join me soon for the next backstory and more. Stay safe and may God bless.